I'm just going to disconnect the microphone. That is about it. Okay. How's everybody doing? I believe that we have sound right there. Okay. God bless everybody that is watching. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News, correspondent for Real America's Voice News and the Wendy Bell Radio Network. We are live. We are live from the port of entry of Otay. We are live from the port of entry of Otay. Behind me, you will see the line right here. And also you will see the pedestrian line. As behind me, it is all the pedestrian line. Normal people trying to cross. But today we are live right here on the port of entry of Otay because more migrants have arrived from Ukraine. As you see behind me, there is around 20 to 25 migrants from Ukraine waiting right here to enter into the United States of America. We already know the bellicose conflict that is happening right now in the countries of Ukraine and Russia. We've seen before in the port of entry of particularly of San Isidro yesterday. We saw before that 150 to 200 migrants that were located in the port of entry of San Isidro, and ultimately we did some interviews, and there is a lot of people that they are collaborating to help the Ukrainian, migrants that they are coming in from Poland. The majority of them are coming in from Poland, and ultimately, as they are coming in from Poland, they're arriving into our country of Mexico, into the parts of Cancun, transporting themselves from there to arriving to the city of Mexico. And from city of Mexico, they trickle all the way to the border, into the Tijuana border. Now, this is the situation. We talked to one of the guys that is in charge of the transportation of migrants through the airport of Tijuana all the way to the pedestrian or the international port of entry. And the guy was telling us that they are picking up 400 to 500 migrants per day of Ukrainian people and ultimately also Russian people that are coming in all the way to the port of entry. So behind me, I don't want to put the camera real close because it's making them uncomfortable. So I'm not going to stay right here on this live feed a lot. I just wanted to show you that ultimately we have more migrants also at the other side of the port of entry. That is Otay. We have more migrants at the port of entry of Otay. You see behind me, there is the port of entry. The United States Customs officials are acting normal. They're just, processing them and telling them to wait. And ultimately, they're going to be attended as case by case they're taken in. Yesterday, we were at the San Isidro port of entry, and it was a whole different story. They were telling us that they were admitting them and vetting them by the quantities of 20 to 30. So you have this admittance of the temporary protection status, but there's other factors also that they're playing this part right now. The Department of Homeland Security is not letting them in that quick because of the investigation issue, and because they're saying that a lot of people from Ukraine are acting that they are from Ukraine, but they're not from Ukraine. They're actually Russians. So ultimately, this is the number one thing that the Department of Homeland Security it is complaining about, and they are also really being meticulous and precautious that there's possibly Russian intelligence trying to infiltrate in this vulnerability of migrants from Ukraine that they're coming into the ports of entry. This has trickled, the Department of Homeland Security, and to think that there's a possibility of migrants from Russia infiltrating on this population of Ukraine, that they're ultimately coming into this particular part, that there's a port of entry of Otay, trying to get political asylum, trying to get asylum into the United States of America under the temporary protection status, that is the TPS. So that is why the Department of Homeland Security stopped. They started knowing that there was a lot of people coming in, that there was the massive flow started to come in, and also as the massive flow it is coming in, and day by day they said something strange is going on. We are not letting in people in that particular way. Somebody's angry right here at the live feed is saying, answer my questions. Who are you to demand, man? Slow down. We're doing a live feed right here. I will answer your questions in a minute. So right here behind you will see 35 to 40 migrants, that they are around 35 to 40. But I don't believe, they say that it was around 35 to 40 migrants. But right here, this is around 20 to 25 migrants that they're sitting down. They also have goods right there. They just help them out with food, with water, also with clothing, also with blankets, also with all this stuff for them to not, they're sleeping right here outside waiting waiting ultimately to be attended and to being led into the United States of America. Although this bellicose conflict, we talked to several public figures from Ukraine that they were at the port of entry of San Isidro yesterday, singers, songwriters. Also, you saw a lot of public figures from Ukraine that they live also in the United States of America, that they have dual citizenship, and they were over here in Mexico helping them, translating them, and ultimately, helping them when they go and see an immigration official to see what they're going to say to them and to help them with their case so they can achieve the political asylum or they can achieve the refugee asylum immediately so they can enter the United States of America due to this bellicose conflict that exists between Russia and Ukraine. So this is the current situation. We did a live feed yesterday from the San Isidro port of entry. Now we're doing a live feed from Otay Mesa. This is the other Otay Mesa. This is the other port of entry that is in Otay Mesa, which has around 25 to 30 migrants from Ukraine waiting outside and waiting to be attended, and they can be vetted and attended by the United States government. And activities as normal as possible. You see the ports of entry, normal as possible. Everybody's entering the country. Everybody's doing the line correctly at the vehicle line, and everybody's doing the line correctly. Also, at the pedestrian line right here, all the way to the back. But you will see the community from Ukraine right here behind me, waiting patiently be attended into the United States and see if they can be vetted and admitted into the United States of America under the refugee claim. So God bless you all. I'm not going to put the camera that much. I wanted to do a little live feed for everybody to see that we are here, that we are broadcasting this reality. Migrants from all across the world now, they are coming to Tijuana. Tijuana has always been a city that has opened the arms to migrants from all across the world. We have migrants from, it's a multicultural city, border city that helps always, and it opens their arms to everybody. So be sure to follow me at Getter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Telegram as Oscar Blue, and Instagram, Oscar Blue Media and Oscar Blue Team. Follow and also download the app at Real America's Voice News at RealAmericasVoiceNews.com. Also, Wendy Bell Radio Network at the WendyBellRadioNetwork.com. This is the reality. There's people from Ukraine on both ports of entry, around 28, 25 migrants. They're sitting down, but they told me earlier that they were around 40 to 45. So possibly they already admitted some of them into the United States of America. Remember that this is a legitimate case of refugee and asylum because they are on a bellicose conflict. So thank you so much for joining in live for the port of entry of Otay Mesa. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News correspondent for Real America's Voice News and the Wendy Bell Radio Network. And like we always say, people, and also before I go, follow my partner, Real Anthony Agüero, and Ben Bergman of Real America's Voice News and Real Anthony Agüero from our network, Border Network News. Stay safe, and like we always say, peace and love, because always your country's first. God bless.